Because maybe you also want to say something about how the principles are related to this.
Yeah, we can. I mean, another of the principles is mindfulness, which is an inner focus on your own experience, and that's foundational in spiritual traditions.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then there's organicity. Yeah. The connection and the interdependence of everything, the holism of it.
And that we can trust in that organicity, so that we know that from moment to moment what is happening is already our wholeness speaking or revealing itself.
That nothing needs to be left out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And nothing, in a sense, needs to be repaired or fixed.
Yes. Yeah.
Which is also different maybe from psychology as seeing a pathology.
Yeah. Yeah, very different. Very different. I think that's one of the things that I most love about it. It's about Hakomi. Exactly that. It just, as a practitioner, it just puts me square right in the middle of humanity. Not above it, not below it, just right in the middle of it. And that's where I want to be.
That's out of the love for people.
Yeah, and also the if I'm in the middle of it, that same love is for me also.
Yeah.
It includes me. Yeah.
Yeah, probably be out of this understanding of that we are together in this humanness, let's say, with everything that comes with it. We are so respectful and non-violent in pushing other people in a direction we would like them to go. So that's also the non-violence principle is carrying this work forward.
That's such an important one to me because it's, I think through Hakomi I learned that violence can be very subtle. And I don't want to be a violent person. And Hakomi, the respect Hakomi has for human beings is so absolute. The trust we have in the wholeness of someone is so complete that the idea that they should in some way be different, we can see clearly that's violent.
Yeah. I remember that Pema Chödrön said about violence that even the slightest intent of changing, wanting to change yourself, is violence.
Yeah, I've got a joke. What I say laughingly to myself is, the only way I want to be different now is to not want to be different anymore.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what it points to is that we allow this, the being or the beingness, that everything is welcome. That is such a practice. It's a spiritual practice. Welcoming what is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't want people to misunderstand. It's not as though anyone can just do anything. It's not like that.
No.
It's more, I will, if I see violence used against another person, and I find my own courage, I will stop that. I will intervene. So it's not like that. And it's also not like people don't change through the work.
Yeah.
People change a lot through the work. I've changed a lot through the work. But the irony is, the paradox is the change is always happening. And change moves most easily in the environment where nothing needs to change, where there's no demand for change.
Exactly.
Demand for change sets up resistance.
Yeah.
Hakomi doesn't set up resistance.
No. No, contrary, we support the behavior and the behavior that is managing maybe very painful feelings, and we don't confront it, but we really help it and support it and help to carry it so that it can reveal itself or can shift in a way, and that we will shift.
Yeah, and you bring that up. I think it's important, the management of experience, yeah? Mm-hmm. So in a way, rather than seeing someone's behavior as evidence of a pathology,
exactly,
we see it as a way that they're managing their experience, a way they learned to cope. Mm-hmm. And in that view, it's not wrong. Mm-hmm. It's just adapted to an earlier time and overgeneralized now. Mm-hmm. So, and I don't know, for me personally, I think that view has been so important because I have in my life considered myself so wrong. Mm. And it's like I always say it's like a stranger on a bench in the park. If I go and sit down next to a stranger on a bench in the park, and I'm curious about who is this? Who is this person? If I start out with the idea, what's wrong with him, he's probably not going to open himself up to me very much. I'm not going to learn very much. Mm-hmm. And I think that's one of the real powerful parts of Hakomi, this welcoming of everything, this seeing people as whole, this not making people right or wrong, but just being interested in, is there a way I can be with you that you will suffer less? Yeah. It's that simple.
And that's such a good point that you're making of this suffer less. Because when you mentioned the paradox, right? So we do things in Hakomi, we offer possibilities as experiments so that we can together discover new experiences where we have choice around that suffering. So it's a paradox also. We kind of don't try to change people, we really welcome them the way they are, and we offer possibilities.
Yeah, that's great.
It's both, isn't it?
Well, here's this piece of cake. If you want to eat it, eat it. If not, okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and the okayness is, this work is about really, and that's so a spiritual dimension. It's about awareness, it's working through consciousness, and what's conscious is already changing through this awareness, because everything will be included then, and it will shift. So it's not about making people feel better or trying to make them find something. It's really consciousness, and we believe in that.
You've really named the spiritual dimension right there. It's about awareness.
It's
about awareness.
Exactly. Thank you, Bob.
Yeah, you too.